Omo, Chelsea, una do this one. Una do this one, sha. 3-0. Barcelona, we no try at all. Wetin I just watch? We no try at all. Jesus Christ. God. 3-0. That was humiliating. Guys, that was humiliating. 3-0 at Stamford Bridge. And the worst part is, you cannot even feel bad because we did not deserve anything from this game at all. Like, we didn't deserve anything from this game. Tonight's game is the kind of game that you just have to applaud the performance of the opponent. You just have to applaud the brilliance of the opponent. That's how good Chelsea were tonight. And that's how bad, that's how poor Barcelona were tonight. I can't remember any single threat that we posed on Chelsea's goal, except from that chance in the first 3 minutes of the game that Ferran Torres had, and he missed it. A one-on-one with the goalkeeper, he missed it. And from that moment onwards, Chelsea were all over Barcelona. Chelsea were all over Barcelona. They were pressing us relentlessly. Guys, I couldn't recognize my team. I couldn't recognize Barça at all. This is alarming. We have now been able to gain only 7 points from our first 5 Champions League games of the season. In the first 5 games of the league phase, we've only gotten 7 points. Out of a possible 15, we've only gotten 7. At this point last season, we were flying. Teams didn't fear us. Teams were scared of playing Barcelona at this point last season. This is so obvious. Barca are not as good as we were last season. As much as we hate to admit it, Barca are not as good as we were last season. And Chelsea has just exposed that to the fullest, guys. Because what was that performance from Enzo Maresca's side? That was a tactical masterclass from Maresca. A 10/10 performance from his team. Chelsea put in a complete team performance tonight. They beat Barca at their own game. They pressed Barca from the first blow of the whistle to the last. Chelsea were all over Barca. This is something Barca usually does to other teams. But tonight, we couldn't cope with Chelsea's intensity at all. The intensity that Chelsea came out to that field with, Barca could not cope at all. It's been a long time since I've seen Barca be this inferior in a game. There are games when we've lost, but it's been a long time since I've seen Barca this inferior in a game. It could easily have been 6-0. That's how good Chelsea were. If not for some close and tight offside calls, Barca could have lost this game 6-0 easily. That's how good Chelsea were. Like the 3-0 scoreline flatters Barcelona. Shame catch me. As I watched this match, shame catch me. I couldn't recognize my team. Like, Chelsea were so good that you would struggle to pick out one player as the man of the match in this game. If you picked a player like Enzo Fernandez as your man of the match, nobody will argue with you. I swear to God, nobody will argue with you. If you chose Estavao as your man of the match, nobody will argue with you. If you chose Reece James as your man of the match, nobody will argue with you. If you chose Caicedo, nobody will argue with you. And if you choose Marco Cucurella, oh my God, what a player Marco Cucurella is. Guys, it's high time we start putting respect on Marco Cucurella's name. Because this guy is low-key one of the best fullbacks in the world. One of the best left-backs in the world. Like, I've seen him contain so many elite wingers in so many games. If you check the pocket of Marco Cucurella right now, I'm sure you still find Lamine Yamal somewhere in there. That's how good he was against Lamine Yamal, 1-1 tonight. Marco Cucurella has to be one of the best 1-1 defenders in the whole world. The intensity with which he plays is totally unmatched, guys. Lamine Yamal could not get a sniff against Cucurella. Up against Cucurella, Cucurella edged that matchup flawlessly. Chelsea were so good all over the team today, and Barca were so poor. We were so poor tonight. Congratulations to Chelsea. Like, I have no choice than to congratulate Chelsea because they were clearly the better side tonight. This is alarming for Barca. And this is triggering a panic mode because we have just 3 games left in this Champions League phase. And if Barca are a serious team, because on paper, when you look at those fixtures that Barca have left, to be honest, with all due respect to the opposition, all those games are winnable games. Next up is Frankfurt at the Camp Nou. That's a winnable game. After that, Slavia Praha away from home. Despite the fact that it's away from home, it's still a winnable game because we are Barcelona. And then the final game of the league phase is still going to be at the Spotify Camp Nou against Copenhagen. So all these are winnable games. I expect nothing less than 9 points out of the next 3 games if Barca are a serious side. Because this Champions League season has not started promisingly at all. And not just in the Champions League, even in the league. Because we have not been good against good teams this season. Against the big sides, Barca has not been good this season. We've lost against PSG. We've lost against Real Madrid. Tonight, we've lost against Chelsea. So in all the games that you capitalize as big games for Barca, we've fallen short in all those games so far. And this has to raise alarm bells around the club because we had a very good season last season, but this season has been up and down. And tonight has just confirmed the fact that we are not as good as we were last season. Kudos to Chelsea. What a performance that was from Chelsea tonight. These 3 points have seen them move on to 10 points in the Champions League phase, and they are well on course for a finish in the top 8. But for Barca, we have a serious job on our hands, guys. We have a serious job on our hands. Today, we got our tactics all wrong. Maresca got his tactics spot on. But then again, I have to add that Chelsea were helped by Ronald Araujo. Right now, I have to wonder if Araujo is actually playing for or against Barcelona. Because how many times are we going to see this? This is almost like deja vu at this point. In a very big game, Araujo always tends to do something that will cost Barca dearly. How can you pick up such a careless red card? How can you pick up such a careless red card as a captain? The first yellow card was a very avoidable yellow card. Imagine picking up a yellow card for complaining too much as a captain. As a captain, you have the right to talk to the referee, but the referee booked you for complaining too much. That shows irresponsibility. And for the second yellow card, he lunged in on Cucurella, and the referee had no choice than to issue a second yellow card because it was clearly a bookable offense. And Barca can have no complaints about that red card. But this is becoming a pattern with Araujo. We never forget what he do against PSG, like 2 seasons ago. That cost us dearly in the Champions League quarterfinals. Last season against Inter in the semi-finals at the San Siro, when Araujo came in, he let Acerbi steal the ball in front of him and scored the equalizer for Inter. In extra time, this same Araujo, he gave Fratesi all the room in the world to pick a spot and bury the winner for Inter. Tonight again at Stamford Bridge, Araujo has struck again. Araujo, waiting we do you. Waiting we do you. Are you playing for us or you are playing against us? Because you cannot keep costing us in such big European games. And we want to win the Champions League with players like this? Omo, this is a huge night for Barca haters. Oh. You guys can feast tonight because, of course, Barca has lost 3-0. So anyone who doesn't like Barcelona would definitely be happy. But let me tell you guys one thing. Do not write us off just yet. No, don't forget to last season, PSG were in a similar situation that we are currently in. And how did that end up? I'm not saying we are going to win the Champions League. Oh. Don't get me wrong. I know talk say now we go win Champions League. But I'm just saying, you know, PSG were in a similar situation that we currently are last season. And we all know how that turned out. So do not write us off just yet. But today, we just have to give kudos to Chelsea for that performance. For Barca now, we have to go back to the drawing board because these last 3 games of the league phase against Frankfurt, Slavia Praha, and Copenhagen, they are must win. Barca have to gain a maximum 9 points from all those remaining 3 games, and we stand a chance to qualify for the knockout stages of the Champions League. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video. But until next time, as always, in victory and defeat, Visca El Barça. Adios.